Miami at KC. Who are you taking?
See, and this one for me, I'm going to be honest with you. For multiple reasons, to me, this one is a no-brainer. And I'm going Chiefs because, and it's really just two reasons. It's very simple to me, actually. The freezing cold weather, on top of the fact that Miami has no pass rushers anymore. And if you don't have pass rushers against Mahomes, it's just, it's a losing game. And at that, I'm not trying to count the Dolphins out. Every team, I'm not ever going to say the team that has no chance. I just think the Dolphins have a chance. But if I had to put it in a numerical number, I'd give them a 1 out of 10 chance. And it's like, they're still a young team with a young coach. I think, in my opinion, there's a pretty good chance they could show up this pretty flat, especially how they ended their season. Very disappointing end of the season. Usually translates with young teams to very disappointing playoff appearances. And I could see this just being another one of those, unfortunately. But I'll talk about the positives in a sec, but on the Dolphins. But I'll let you give your spin here first.
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm going to go with Kansas City as well. I think they're much more proven, obviously, as a, contender. They've won 2 Super Bowls. Obviously, it's not the same roster, but I really haven't been super convinced with how Tua has been playing. And like you said, no pass rushers. I don't know. Don't the Dolphins kind of feel like how they felt last year? It's they could be a really good team, but it just feels like they can't put it together.
There's just too many things missing. And you know me, I always go my rants about trenches. But if you don't have trenches, you have nothing. That's always what I say. You don't have trenches, you got nothing. And as of right now, Dolphins O-line obviously is much improved this year. But that D-line, as of right now, dynasty interior, it's man, this is really going to be really rough. And it's when you're playing a team like the Chiefs that always comes prepared on the trenches, it's going to be rough. I'm going to give you my silver lining, though. I'll say, if the Dolphins can find a way to win this game, and it's going to be the way they have to do it, is that they have the ability to get behind those safeties pretty consistently. Safeties and corners. They got the speed about that. For that, and there's no doubt. But you would have to very consistently and on top of that, you're going to have to run the ball very well in the freezing cold. Because the only way you're going to be able to get that to happen is by getting those safeties and linebackers to come down and play you in the box. So the only way that Dolphins can win this game is by running the ball very effectively and then just torching them.
Yeah.
But it's how likely is that in the negative 10 degrees? That's where it comes down to.
Probably not likely. And that's a thing too, is coming from Florida to Kansas City, they probably, I'm trying to think of maybe if they had to go to Cleveland. Honestly, all these matchups in the AFC are probably not good for them. At Buffalo, at KC, the best opportunity would have been at Houston, in my opinion. I would have taken them if they were playing Houston, but playing KC, a proven team in the playoffs and a perennial contender because of their quarterback. I mean, Tua kind of looked lost last week.
And I just want to throw us out there, but if you're a Dolphins fan, last week got to leave a really sour taste in your mouth, but not just because of Tua thing, but to the whole point we're making now. You had the home playoff game in the bag like lunch in middle school, and you just fucking threw it out the window. It's the worst way you could have blown it.
Also, I think there's a lot of shit going on with Tyreek Hill, where it's kind of I feel like he's just got life shit going on right now. His house burned down. I'm not 100% convinced that everything going on with the Dolphins is good for them right now.
No, and they just got
they seem out of focus.
Side note, and I want to bring this up, bro. You just reminded me when you said that. I didn't even think about it till you just said it. If I was a coach, I would never do fucking Hard Knocks ever. Hard Knocks is a recipe to not have a good season. I'm gonna leave it at that. No cap. That. Call me crazy, but having a film crew follow you around all the time when you're trying to be private and get shit done is just with your team. Maybe not the best. Maybe not the best idea.
I guess my thing too is I feel where the Chiefs can very easily win this game is if they can get Travis Kelce going, because then they can rely on Pacheco, rely on Rashee Rice, and they don't have to really make it their number one guys. Bro, relying on MVS is not going to do you anything. That receiving core is bad outside of Rashee Rice. So my thing is
critical.
It is almost key to the game, number one key to the game, get Travis Kelce going, because if you cannot get Travis Kelce going, I feel it might be kind of a long day for the Chiefs. I still think they'll win, but I feel if they can get Kelce going, I feel they can control the game, control the pace. They can get their defense just playing all right. Truly, if they can get Tua to turn over the ball once or twice and just get Kelce going, I feel that's all you need to do to beat the Dolphins.
It's going to be, yeah. That's why I said, I honestly see a 1 out of 10. He plays this game 10 times. The Dolphins find a way to squeak it out once. other 9 times the Chiefs are going to dominate them in the trenches, and it's going to be grabs.